Hello, welcome to my workshop. Right, so the more observant amongst you will have noticed that there's more material on my workbench than there was in the last time you saw my workbench. Quite a lot more material. We have some, let me just measure that. What's that? 2 3/8, give or take. Square bar. We have some 1.5 inch square bar. We have some 2-inch square bar. Let me just lie that down before it gets knocked down. Got quite a lot of the big fat square bars. Right, and we have this immense piece of 6 by 3 inch channel. All courtesy of a Mr. Matthews of Warrington. Thank you very much indeed, Ian. Ian is a fellow YouTuber. He does a lot of scrapping. And he noticed some of this material while he was about collecting up scrap. Steel and iron isn't worth a great deal. I happened to mention I had a project in mind that could do with some of the 1.5 inch, and he said no problem. And then he managed to organise getting it down my way for nothing. So thank you very, very, very much, Ian, and thank you very much indeed, Glyn, who actually did the driving, because he was coming down this way anyway. And I've also collected together some other channel and this immensely large 4 foot by 1 foot sheet of 10mm plate. And I bet you're wondering, what on earth are you going to do with that? Well, short answer is that on the 4th of December 2021, chap Fireball Tool put up a video of making a 10-ton arbor press based around a 1.5 ton trolley jack. Let me just get and grab that out. Oh. And I shall just put, you can see from the drawing in Popular Mechanics that he used that it's made out of 40mm tube, not 40mm, 1.5 inch tube, 1/4 inch thick, used a 1.5 ton jack. That is not a 1.5 ton jack, that is a 12 ton jack. More of that in a minute. So I was talking about this to someone who then said, well, Home Shop Machinist did this, which is a 40-ton hydraulic arbor press, which is almost exactly a copy of the Fireball Tool one, apart from the fact it uses bigger, fatter materials, much bigger, much fatter materials, to wit, some of this stuff and some of this stuff across in various different places, and the ram, instead of being a 1.5 inch tube and a 2 inch tube, that's a 1.5 inch bar, and that is fabricated tube from 10mm plate. And there's a few other bits of plate round and about. So what I thought I would do is I'd go and start acquiring materials, which is why I went to the scrapyard. Big problem I had with the scrapyard is they didn't have any square bar. They'll probably end up with loads of it now. I don't need it from them anymore. And I got this from the scrapyard as well for a £5. That's the scrapyard is George Richardson's. They have a place in Brighton and a place in Goddard's Green. Very nice people, very helpful. So we have a 12-ton trolley, 12-ton bottle jack, which would make this a 96-ton press. Don't think I'm going to go that far because it's going to take some welding. So you can see from the drawing, the side view and the drawing projection view that Fireball Tools did, that it is made of tube. If you look at this picture, you can see where it specifically ended up starting to bend at this joint here. So what I'm going to think of doing is how I can put this together so that it will take at least 40 tons, if not 90 tons. And I'm also going to make it so that I can fit a decent sized lump in between the feet of the arbor press. So once I've done that, I will start making. It will involve a lot of cutting. I'll spare you the cutting because that's not going to be very interesting. You might get a shot of the power hacksaw we have in the club, but I will spare you all the angle grinder cutting of this plate. And that will be a series of a couple of videos I expect coming up reasonably soon. Thank you for watching. Please like, and thank you very much indeed, Ian Matthews. Put a link to his channel below. But yes, thank you for watching. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and comments and questions welcome.